everyone, welcome back to my channel. So whether you're doing Christmas in July or just Christmas and you want to decorate your home, your cards, your scrapbooks, wreaths, anything like that with a paper poinsettia, I've got a tutorial for you which is just using squares, scissors, a bit of glue and some beads or gems for the middle stamens, anything you've got. It's really easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is double-sided paper on the back. You do want to use paper, not card. You won't be able to fold card. So just any paper stash that you've got. And it is really dimensional, and I've done no shape, well, I've done a little bit of shaping with folding, but I've done no shaping with ball tools or anything like that, so you really don't need very many materials for this. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So all you need are 5 bits of paper. So you need one this 4-inch square, which is green. If you, well, you can make any colour poinsettia you want, it's craft, you can do what you like. So 4-inch square, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. That comes up with a size like so. So if you want a size that's similar to this, I'll get my ruler actually, show you how big it is. So it comes out about 3.5 inches across. But obviously if you want it to be bigger, use bigger paper, smaller paper. So I've just gone down 1/2 inch increments with each of my squares, but it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So let's start with the first one. So the back one, I'm going to do the biggest one first. Can't pick anything up because I've put gel on my nails. So I use my poking tool. So what you want to remember is that if you've got a right side and a wrong side, obviously I want the dark green side to be what's facing up at me. So I'm going to have that this way, and that's going to be the inside as we fold it, but it will become the right side when we unfold it. Excuse me. So all you need to do is fold it in half to make a triangle. So just fold your squares into half to make a triangle, and then you're just going to bring this point from the straight edge over to the other side and put a little crease in there. Now I might mark this for you so that you can see it, but obviously don't mark it when you're making them. And then all you want to do, just so as you can see for camera, that's all. You don't need to do this at all. This is just for you. In fact, it's really hard for me to see where it is as well. And I'm the one folding it. I can see the fold, I just can't see. There we go. That's halfway. So that's all I've done is fold it in half like that. Then we're going to take this point up to that point. So this is our halfway mark. And that's our point up the top there. Now you're not folding all of this down. You're just finding out where that little section is there. So we just want to know where that fold line falls, which is there. Now on this 90 degree, so we want to make this straight edge, this point come to here, but as a straight fold. So we're going to come over, meet that one, and again it's just about getting a fold. It's not about folding it all the way down, it's just about finding that line. So now that's the only time that you need to really find the lines. So we've got our point here, that one was from there and that one was from there. Then what we do is we take this point, and this straight edge is going to meet that point there. So keeping this point here, just move this around until you get to that point there, and now you fold this line. So that's where you wanted your fold to be. Now flip it over. This is still your straight edge, this is your open point at the top here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this edge over to meet the one we've just folded. So still with the point there, we're going to come up. Now you can allow a little bit of space, that can be showing a little bit, not that much. So bring it around, you see there's a little bit showing still. That's fine, because when you pull this round, the whole just movement of pulling it over is going to make it fall around. So this straight edge is now going over there. So all we've done is turn it over. We've matched the one we just did. I'm going to do more of these obviously. And then this one comes over again like that. Now don't worry if this you've got bits missing on this side or it's out of line, because where the 3 are, so when you've got your folds, where there's 3, that's where we're going to be working. This has got just 2 folds on this side and it's really folded, so I like to work on this side, because when you've got like sections inside of other sections, which there will be on this side but not as many, it becomes really thick to cut, and also they go out of shape a little bit because this is quite thick, this bottom there. Now have the 3, so get your 3 folds, so the side that's got 3 folds, just turn it to the right if you're right-handed, and then at the bottom here, so you're not going to cut anywhere. You need these to stay intact, and you need that point to stay intact. So what I'd just like to do on these is just cut up and go off. So I've got a little nick in there, so I know when I'm cutting my petal shape, don't go any further than that point there where it's gone in, otherwise you're just going to have separate petals and you want it to be joined. The other thing to note is you can see there you've got a low point. I'll just cut them off so you can see. So there's a low point there, and then you've got these shapes here. So you've also got a low point in there, which doesn't actually matter the way you're cutting it, but if I just cut them all off, if I'm going to go across there now like that, then that's what you're working with. You don't need to do that, but just be aware of what size you've got to work with. And you can see there's a little nick. See, it's misshapen on the edge here, so we can make that a little bit shorter. I'll turn it over so I can see. Oh, I don't want to cut it, does it? But I know it's there, so I know I don't want to go any higher. So what I'm now going to do is still working on these 3 folds. Still got the 3 folds there. I'm just going to go angle my scissors down, and I'm going to make the point at the top, and then I'm going to really like curve it off like that. Cut it all the way, so I've got a real curve in there, and then I've got my little notch there. So basically all I want to do, I do it freehand, and they're all different because it doesn't matter because it's flowers. So where I've gone to here, I've got to cut all these 3 edges off, so I want to be doing something in a cut shape. And you've got, because you've rounded that cut at the top, you've already got that nice pointy shape. So you want to do something like this. So you're going to cut these 3 off here. They need to be cut. I've done it on the 2 side, haven't I? What am I like? Oh no, that's right. I've got the 3 here, and then you've got your 2. That one's really thick there, but you need to make sure you're cutting those folds away. You don't want them left in, or they'll all be joined up. So you've got that lovely curve. So you just come around like this, making that shape like so, and then you're curving round to where you cut that piece off. So in the end it'll just all fall away like that. So now you've got your shape. Now before you do anything else, I want you to make this have a bit of a, like this, little bit of a shape to it. This automatically shapes it, you see, so you don't have to mess around with mats and ball tools. So the veins are going to come up this way from these 3 folds. So we've still got our 3 folds here. So what I want to do is angle this sort of like the way I want the vein to be. So I just put my tweezers on there, and I bend around my tweezers, and then I'll squash it like that. I use my tweezers because if you've got dexterity, I find it quite difficult to grip. So I use the tweezers to do the gripping, but you might be able to just fold it by hand and then come back the other way. So you're basically concertining this paper. That's all you're doing. So if I put that back, you can see we're getting that like zigzaggy shape going on, and that's enough to shape all of these petals. So we go back that way and try and squash it, and it's not going to be like really, really strong, but it's enough to give it some shape, which is great. And then fold it the other way. That's so. And this is thicker than the red paper, so the red paper is easier to do than this. This is a lot thicker. You can just use your nail or just bend it. So we've got like I don't know if I'll be able to have the strength of real grip job lately. Old age creeping. So you've got like a concertina shape there like that. And now we're just going to open it up. So you've got 3 to open up. 1, 2, 3, like this. And then we're going to, you don't really know, you might work out how to do it, I haven't. You just open it up in half like that. So you've got your 3, and then you can open these 2 away. That's going to open that up, and what you'll find is one of these, I don't know which one yet, it's a surprise for everybody. I'm going to get my poker tool and just open that. So that's 1 on its own, which means this one's going to have 2 in it. So just pull them apart like that. You can see one's upside down. That's how it should be, don't worry, it's not wrong. And then it spins round. Now what you'll also notice is these have got valley folds, and there's this one and this one with a mountain fold. So So you just want to flip that over and then just pinch that edge there. Flip this one over and pinch that edge there. And then just go around and pinch all these little points together. And that's it. That's number one. That's your base layer. Look at all that dimension in there. It's really, really nice to do. Really easy. So let me show you a bit quicker. Won't do so much explanation, but just so you can watch it a bit faster. So fold your... And this has got a shine one side. Very slight, like, shimmer to it. So I'll do it this way. And you won't be able to see so clear, but you'll get the idea. So we've gone in half. And then we're going to go over half just to get the point. The centre point of the fold. Then we're going to go from that centre point up to the top point to get that fold. Then we're going to put it as a right angle and fold this top line down to that horizontal line there just to get that point. So we've got our base point along the fold and our two. Then this half comes up to there like so. Fold that and turn it over. Bring this line over to meet that line, like so, and then fold this one, and you can allow a little bit for folding. At the end you want them all to be in a line. You'll get more even flowers, not that it matters because as you know flowers are not all even. And then you can just, if you want to, you can cut off some of it so that you know excuse me, so you know where you can go. And then we want the 3 folds there. 1, 2, 3. And then again, I'm going to have the 3 folds on the right hand side. And just take a little nick out of here so that I don't go too far and cut off the bottom part that's holding it all together. So I've got a little nick in there. So I know I need to go that far. Have my 3 points here. Start at the top, as close to the top as you can get, because then all the sizes will come out good. And then just go down quite steep, but angle it off as a curve. You've got that shape now with a little nick there. Now you know you're going to be curving around, taking these 2 layers off, these folds. So have that nice steep curve. Come around, keep on going with it, till you get to that little nick, like that. Now we're going to keep the 3 on the right here. Take our tweezers or fold with your fingers, angle from that point up to the point, so you want the angle to go that way. Make a fold and squash, come back, make a fold and squash, come back and squash, squash. And it's just putting like ripples and veins at the same time, like that. Open it up. So 1, 2, you've got 3 sections that open up. You just need to open up another one like that, and then you've got your 3 like that. Now that'll open up in half and expose the inside with the one with 2 in here. Pull that over to the right, or whichever way you're working it. And then you've got your 2 that are folded upside down. You pop that one round, pop that one round, give it a pinch, 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 and a pinch. And then that one will sit on top of that one. And that's how it goes, and it goes on so on and so forth like that. So what you end up with are more of the same. So this is like the 3-inch, this is the no, sorry, that was a 3.5 inch, the red one. This is the 3-inch. And then you go into this one. And you're just gluing them all together. And then you're going to finish it off with your beads and things like that. So obviously that's how you do it. So if you don't want to watch me gluing it, that's fine. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you again soon with another video.